counterpart.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Kind of give them a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
They don't need it.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
No. Actions speak louder than words.
I don't know.
They've got a lot of action happening.
I don't know.
You're into talkers. Like, you're a talker yourself.
Yeah.
You're good at talking. That's kind of what you enjoy, is a good mouthpiece.
Yeah.
So it's not a knock, but I think you're a little blind to who needs it and who doesn't.
Okay.
And
well,
they don't necessarily need it. And Harper can cut a good enough promo on his own.
Yeah.
That, I mean, his stuff when he was on his own was fine. Like, if they need to talk, Harper can do it. And they're both, like, stupid intelligent.
Well, I guess I just don't want to see Naomi relegated to, like, the worrisome wife role.
No, nobody wants that. Naomi's super talented.
But at the same time, I think that was just for this aspect.
It was for effect.
Yeah, so that the Bludgeon Brothers didn't completely murk the
Right.
Usos. She kind of put a stop to that.
Yeah.
And then from going forward, the Bludgeon Brothers can say something
no,
like,
you've got
well,
to
you
deal with
had
that
your
rivalry.
wife, cut us off before, but
Yeah.
there's no going
Well, and I think,
soft
didn't
down.
they do a backstage thing where the Usos and Naomi were talking, and was it Jay's the one married to her?
Yeah.
It was like, I don't want you out there for this. Like, I know why you did it, but you don't know.
Wait, no, Jimmy's the one.
Okay, I'm sorry. But, I mean, I think they did a backstage thing where they talked about it, and he's like, I don't want you out there for this. Like, I don't want you in harm's way. She's like, I love you, I care, I was trying to to your point. So they kind of addressed it on that part, too, I think.
See, to me, like, putting all that effort in, though, if they're going to put the whole backstage promo of Naomi being involved and wanting to be involved, see, to me, that's a deeper storyline. But, I mean...
You're looking into it too much.
It's possible.
You are. You tend to do this.
I know, but there are times I'm right,
Yeah, only when we don't make you pick the WrestleMania winners beforehand.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't help it
That's
that
why we change the rules.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't help it that the entries tell you who's going to win.
Yeah.
All right, so no.
So Harper went over in this one, which turned into a bloodbath.
Yep.
And them destroying Jimmy on the outside. Be cool. And Naomi kind of asked, or like pleaded with them to stop, and the Bludgeon Brothers made their way up the ramp.
Right,
Yeah.
and you should have done. Before we move to the next match, just those two little blip promos. You got the Miz promo via camera, via satellite, whatever, from LA, talking about like him and Daniel Bryan's little feud, which has the ability to be super awesome. And then the other little tidbit,
deep rooted all the way back to NXT before it was what it is. When it was just a TV show, Miz was
when it was a game show.
Yeah, Miz
Right.
was Daniel Bryan's pro. One thing I liked with that promo, Miz is cutting his thing, talking about his beautiful wife and his baby.
right?
And they showed the baby, and then he's like, "I'm going to come kick your ass." And Maurice is just like, "Shh, no cussing, the baby."
You can't swear in front of the baby.
So it was that made me
goofy but
giggle.
amusing.
Yeah.
Other than that, Absolution was drafted to SmackDown.
Yeah, so I mean, they
Which you kind of had to do, because I was thinking
flipped.
about that between episodes, was you can't have Absolution and Riot Squad on the same show, because
But truthfully, without Paige, are they even Absolution anymore?
But that then opens the door as Paige going to baby Absolution.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
or
are they
make them her
watchdogs?
watchdogs.
Yeah.
As Absolution Paige's enforcers, the same way that Jordan and Gable would be Angle's enforcers.
And I mean, it would be kind of nice to have like a bad guy person in charge on one show and a good guy one.
Yeah.
And I don't know, is Shane still taking his hiatus?
No, he was back. He was there that night.
Yeah.
Well,
he
I
was
mean,
on
he
the
was
show.
there to introduce Paige, but he said he was taking that hiatus. I wonder if he's still
having
going to do that.
having a general manager kind of makes that possible.
Well,
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, are they going to do, where it was, when Foley was in charge of Raw, he was the good guy to Stephanie's underhanded tactics and stuff like that, whereas they kind of teased it with Daniel when he was doing the thing with Shane, but, they could do it full bore now that she signed the dotted line, that she's in charge.
Right.
And with Shane being gone, she just gets rotten with power, or however you want to say it.
Yeah.
It gives you, it's almost, it has the ability to become the same kind of thing that Daniel Bryan was with, like, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Are they friends? Are they not? Is he helping them? Is he hurting them?
Yeah.
It kind of always had that thing where you felt like Daniel Bryan was kind of on their side to an extent, against Shane McMahon, and now you've got Paige kind of reunited with the rest of Absolution. Is she going to help them get over whatever?
Right.
Is she going to actually be a proper general manager and look at them and go,
nice
it was fun while it lasted, but now you guys are on your own. Tough crap. I'm in a good place. You're not. So.
Yeah, I kind of want to see them break out on their own though.
Yeah,
because they're both solid, so they can kind of get their own foothold without being like, they only got it because of Paige.
For sure.
Exactly.
We'll see what happens.
But I mean, to keep going with that good bad guy movement, if Paige is there to kind of keep letting them slide through, it helps them be a better bad guy.
Yeah. So rolling into the next segment, you had Sin Cara,
who's on TV for the first time in how long?
A billion years.
Versus Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe.
Well, after their stuff on Raw, you kind of wonder, like, where are they going with this, having Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns kind of do the back and forth.
Yeah.
And then immediately taking Samoa Joe to SmackDown. Are they going to have Roman Reigns jump ship as well? Or would this supply both brands to having a grudge match, basically?
Yeah.
Raw versus SmackDown kind of.
And I mean, I think with the dual branded shows now, I mean, Joe straight up said, I'll be waiting for you at Backlash. So maybe we do get some stuff, each time where it's a Raw member versus a SmackDown.
Yeah. I would be interested in seeing that.
It would be nice because, I mean, at the end of the day, the rosters are small enough that there's only so many combinations you can go to, but you combine the rosters in any given show, and there's a million matches that are just like, that would be amazing to see if they were only on the same show.
Right.
So the shakeup helps, with that, because now you can kind of mix and match new matches there, but with the added dimension of being able to get both shows on the same pay-per-view, that just opens up so many possibilities.
Absolutely.
I really dug Joe's promo after this, though.
How could you not? The man's a freaking promo cutting beast.
It's just basically, I'm here to take all of the opportunities for myself. And I think it almost benefits him flipping over. I mean, like, he's going to be a top card guy on either brand, but, there's not Brock, there's not Roman, there's not Strowman. There's, not... He has a little more room to shine now that he's kind of back, and it's a good fresh start for him. He's only ever been on Raw and was kind of injured for a little bit, so it's a good fresh start for him. And you can get Joe Daniels, Joe AJ, Joe Nakamura. Like, there's just way more almost dream matches on this side of the card that haven't been seen in years.
I'm ready for the thick of, like, SummerSlam prep.
Yeah.
To get it. I know we're fresh off WrestleMania still, but
we have WrestleMania Part 2.
Yeah. No, there's so many avenues they could take leading up to.
Yeah.
That they could go so many different ways that they would actually have to go out of their way and step on their own toes to screw it up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do like a episode where we predict what they're gonna do for SummerSlam.
For sure. So with that, though, Samoa Joe over Sin Cara was just to kind of establish, hey, welcome to SmackDown, Samoa Joe. And
here's what I do: I destroy people.
Yeah, and
I'm good at it.
And that was that. And then you had Carmella's Melibration.
Yep.
Oh God.
I don't care. She does what she needs to do, and it's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she gets over as a heel. Like, say what you will about the shtick. It does what it's made to do.
Yep. It's perfectly fine. She gets a reaction. People dislike her for all the right reasons that you're supposed to dislike somebody. She's
and
overly confident. She talks a lot of smack, and she hardly wrestles.
And guess what? Spoiler alert, you're supposed to hate her.
Yeah.
So,
it worked.
I mean, it does what it's supposed to do.
So she is A+.
Right. So she came out to talk about her win using the Money in the Bank cash-in against Charlotte days after Charlotte defended the belt against Asuka at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Which was a nice little surprise.
Yeah.
coming fresh off WrestleMania. So that was fun. So she came out to brag about the title victory, and then they played a video package that was hyping her like all about me attitude. And then she continued talking as Charlotte Flair came out and interrupted. They did kind of the age-old. Charlotte was congratulating her also, like, good job, you got one over on me, but I'm here to let you know
it won't happen again.
You're merely holding on to that for me.
Yeah.
And so they were talking as the Iconics showed up. The Iconics showed up, interrupting Charlotte, which led to a brawl between the four of them, the Iconics and Carmella and Charlotte, which amounted to a save from Becky Lynch, who then, let it roll into a singles match that saw Charlotte versus Billie Kay of the Iconics, with Becky Lynch in the corner of Charlotte. And, oh my God.
Peyton and Carmella,
thank you. On the outside for Billie Kay.
Yep. Part of me doesn't want the Iconics with anybody. Like, they're too damn good, just them two.
Right.
They're very reminiscent of Lay Cool.
Yeah.
Just they're too damn good.
I don't think it's a pairing though. I think it's more of a Carmella
means
is reaping
to an end.
Carmella is reaping the benefits of the Iconics also wanting to see the end of fucking Charlotte.
Yeah.
I think it's also the show though, kind of like with all the shakeups and stuff, giving everybody that's maybe not there every week a subtle reminder. These are the bad guys. These are the good guys. Especially when you bring on new people like the Iconics and whatnot. Not everybody that tunes in would maybe already know, like, hey, these are bad people. Now they're with Carmella, though, and they're attacking Charlotte, who's been very clearly shown to be the good guy.
Yeah, but they took care of that last week.
Yeah, but for people that aren't there, and especially via, while we're in the middle of the shakeup, I think they're really kind of just giving everybody like a super black and white primer book of like, here's your bad people, here's your good people. Henceforth, more people coming out because Charlotte Flair wins this. Then Carmella attacks Charlotte. Becky Lynch jumps in and scraps. And then, lo and behold, who shows up? Asuka.
I'm worried with this.
How so?
They had her lose, which is fine. Like, people got to lose
It had to
all
happen
the
eventually.
time. But I don't think she should be pairing. In my eyes, like, she shouldn't be. I don't know. I just don't like her pairing with it. I still like her kind of just doing her own thing, but now, like, she's pairing with Charlotte and Becky.
I don't think she's pairing, though. Like, the Iconics aren't pairing with
Then why
Carmella.
would she come out?
I told you, I'm a good theorist on this. You got to show who the good people are. You got to show who bad people are. And you've got to get all those new names and faces out there in the front.
There's not any new ones.
Asuka?
That's not a new one.
Not to SmackDown she was.
Not if you watched WrestleMania.
Okay. She picked Charlotte for WrestleMania, which was a SmackDown person, but
I
she
think,
wasn't on SmackDown.
I think what you're meaning is Asuka is now officially with SmackDown.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're bringing
that's
her
what she's
out to
getting at.
show that she was part of the Superstar Shakeup. They've brought her onto the show. They had to show that she is now part of SmackDown.
Without
This was a
giving
perfect
Asuka a match.
Right. This was a perfect kind of like clustermuck that like brought out a bunch of new faces on the women's roster and kind of like let everybody know like this is what side they're on, so to speak, even though it's not necessarily a thing.
Yeah, and I think it amounts to a respect thing in the fact that Charlotte beat Asuka. So rather than Asuka play the heel card and go the bitter route against Charlotte, kind of show her like, all right, I respect you for being able to beat me one-on-one, but let's go against the common enemy, which is the women's champion.
Yeah, give me the Asuka from NXT, the in between.
Yeah.
Just give me that Asuka.
I think once the weeks get on, even next week or the week after, and they actually start picking out individual stories. I don't think Asuka and Becky Lynch and Charlotte are ever going to be like a set team. I think they'll all have their own little to-dos. Yeah. Carmella is obviously going to feud with Charlotte, and the Iconics are going to need somebody to rail against. And, everybody's going to have their own look and feel and story. But for right now, what they needed to do was kind of a smash and grab.
Yeah.
Throw everybody in the middle and say, okay, this is all we've got, and now we'll go forward from here.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a story so much as it literally was just throwing it out there so everybody could see the cards.
Yeah. It